When I left Christianity, I started to notice the massive views, and I had no clue how deep white man's privilege is. Because when 53% of the population is white, and half of that are men, they honestly believe they're being oppressed if everyone has the same privilege that they do, which nobody has the same privilege they do. But if we ever make laws and change the way things are to make everyone more equal, they lose their effing minds. I reject white privilege. I reject white male privilege. I reject everything that comes from the patriarchy and the patriarchal white man's religion. I just do. It doesn't bring anything good in my life. It wants to limit me, to shame me, to keep me less than anyone else. And I know that 3 out of 4, 75% of mass shootings in America is because of white supremacy. Eugenics is all about white people. White people are not better than any other people. And there's one race, but there's many ethnicities. And America wasn't founded on Christianity. It was founded on racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia. All the worst traits that white people show on a daily basis. And I reject white privilege. I reject male privilege. I reject heterosexual privilege. I don't want it. That doesn't mean I'm going to leave being a heterosexual, because I can't be anything that I'm not. But because I'm white, female, cis, and heterosexual, I use that privilege to educate other people, educate myself, and vote to help every minority and marginalized group. And I know that my racial ethnicity are the most likely to be the perpetrators of mass violence due to race. And that's just the way it is. And I hate it. There are many days I wake up and am embarrassed to be white because of how awful a lot of people in this ethnicity choose to behave. And there's not much I can do about it except talk about it. But I want nothing to do with any of these cliques. I refuse to behave and exist in a bubble where if it doesn't affect me, it doesn't exist. My family's like that, and I absolutely despise people who live in a bubble and choose to never make a difference. I will not live that way. I refuse to put up with racism. And I call out everyone I know when they behave in a way that dishonors other ethnicities, different gender orientations. I just do. I call myself an ally because I don't want nothing to do with these other hate groups. I protect the forgotten groups or the targeted groups. And lately I've been researching books like the Turner Diaries, which white supremacists use to justify acts of hate and just awful, awful behavior. Because if you don't understand what your ethnicity is capable of and what they've been proven to perpetrate, you can't be the best version of yourself. And I'm tired of living in an environment that gaslights and deflects and can't even function if they're confronted or are made uncomfortable about how awful their ancestors, some of their ancestors, has behaved. And that's why I study history. And that's why I reject anything to do with the hateful stereotypes of being a white person in America.